convention sign on the outside. We're like, cool, let's go to the convention. And then we walked in, and it turns out it was just like a Transformers convention. And we tried sneaking into it, but then we got caught, and they were like, you gotta pay $30 each. And we're like, okay, at least we can stick around for the convention. And we paid $30 each, and we went in, and it was one fucking room where they were just selling a bunch of Transformers. We're like, this cost $30 fucking dollars?
That's ridiculous. $30 to go into pay.
I did hear you went in like a square circle.
I hate these cons are like, you gotta pay in to buy stuff. So you would have made more money if you let people walk around for free, you fucking idiots. But anyways, we went in, we walked around once, took literally, I think, 2 minutes. And then we were like, well, what else are we gonna do? So we saw that they had Transformers panels going on. And then we were like, okay. So we walked around the hotel, and then
$30 for a fucking single warehouse room with Transformers.
Yeah, but then we found the panel, and it was a voice actors panel for Transformers cartoons. And we walked in and we sat down. It was really awkward. This girl ushered us in. She was like, "Oh, this is a really good panel. It's really good." We were like, "Okay." We all sat down, and then we were just sitting there. And the first thing that happens was this guy walked up and he asked the panel of Transformers voice actors. He was like, "I would like to see you."
He sounds like an evil supervillain.
Well, he kind of was, because he was like, I would like. So this Transformers guy also voices a Spider-Man character, I'm guessing. I think Peter Parker. So he was like, I would like to see you create a conversation between Peter Parker and this Transformer. And then the guy was like, okay. And then he started it, and like, you would think that the voice actor would like say like one thing and get it over with, but he went on for like fucking 10 minutes. He was just doing a giant fucking bit.
He was absolutely waiting for. He was practicing forever.
Was he getting laughs in the peanut gallery?
Yeah. Was everybody laughing and like, or were they just like, eh?
Was it pity laughs, or was it like?
It was. I mean, like, people go to these things because they worship these guys. They'll laugh at anything anyway.
But were they laughing?
Yeah.
The whole way through?
But as a guy who walked in and just sat down, it was like, Jesus Christ, man, get on with it.
I have to ask, was it worth the $30?
No! I mean, like, what was I expecting? I'm not into Transformers.
I don't know what you were expecting. I'm the same way.
For $30, you should be getting a lot, though.
If I was going in and they were like, it's a Transformers concert, I'd be like, I'm leaving. I don't
Transformers
care.
concert?
I don't know.
We should have just gone home, but we were bored, okay? We were bored and we're looking for adventure.
Yeah, Chris, I was available for that.
Oh, I thought you were. It was me, the two Adams, and Tomar then.
Yeah, I think it was that.
That is really funny.
Have I ever told you guys about the rudest fucking thing someone has ever done to me?
What did I do?
I'd like to hear it.
I like how you assume it's you. No, I was at a fucking airport, and I was waiting for my plane, so I was just sitting at the chairs, the plane waiting chairs, and this guy has these kids that are like acting up and yelling and just being shitty.
Yeah.
And so what he does is he starts yelling at his kids. I don't know what he was saying because he was speaking some other language. But he takes them over to me, and then he puts one on one side of me and one on the other side of me to like separate them, but using me as a divider. And I was so fucking taken aback. Like, I couldn't believe that a human being would like do that intentionally to another human being.
You just stood up and walked away.
Yeah, that's
right?
exactly what I did.
Okay.
I wish I would have fucking said something to him though. Like, I wish in that story I would have been like, dude, you cannot do that to people. What the fuck?
No,
but
that's really bad.
I didn't. I just fucking got up and left.
That's fucked.
Editor, play the poop song. The poop song.
Did I get him?
I know what to do when I'm about to poo. I go to the toilet, pull my underwear
This guy's got
down.
an extra L, huh?
What is this? What are you singing?
It's the poop song.
Is it real?
Yeah. Don't you know nothing?
Apparently not.
We went to the Scientology building and drove around it over and over, blasting that song.
Did you?
Yeah. And then all these people started running behind the car, and it got really scary, and we left.
Oh wait, you were... I didn't know that part of the story, that you were playing that song.
Yeah, no, and it was so scary. We were like looking in the like rear view mirror, like in Jurassic Park, and there's this like old lady like crouched running after us.
Oh boy.
It was fucking scary.
To the poop song?
Yeah. I sit and wait. I sit and wait. Sit and wait until the poop comes out. I saw an alien recently.
What did he say?
It was just a little dot in the sky.
What did he say to you?
Nothing.
Yes, I
He
just
did, like-
enough.
I'm not kidding. Me and Niall and our friend were out in the desert, and there was these little dots flying around, and they were doing circles really fast in the sky.
But how do you know it was an alien?
It was definitely an alien, 'cause humans
Well,
don't do that.
How did you know it was a vehicle?
Maybe you just haven't met a human that does that.
I don't think it was a rock, because it was doing loop-de-loops and shit. It was going really quickly.
What if it was Iraq?
It could have been.
What if there's a super top secret UFO program in Iraq?
What if that was Saddam Hussein's cool force ghost?
That's his like sentience inside of a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his like Luke Skywalker astral projection
Yeah.
ghost.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever it was fucking cool.
Saddam Hussein appeared in the clouds like Mufasa when he had spoke to you.
Yes.
Make another nugget.
All right.
It's nugget time.
Nugget biscuit, nugget and a biscuit, nugget biscuit. See? Remember?
There.
You like Tobuscus.
Love him. Can't get enough of the guy. I've told my Tobuscus story on this show, right?
I don't think so.
I got
like about a time you met Tobuscus.
Yeah. I got really drunk at a party that he was at. I don't want to get too far into it, but people have been hearing that Tobuscus was like a colossal piece of shit for years and years and years before anything came out about him publicly.
Yeah.
Literally every single place the guy went, he created a bad story about himself. Like, I'll just say that. And I also thought his content sucked and he annoyed me. So, like, I basically got really drunk and just told him to his face that I hated his shit. And, it was at the height of his career, too.
Oh, my
So
God.
I was like, oh, fuck. This guy could, like, I don't know, get me in trouble or blacklist me or whatever. And just, I got progressively more confident in that decision just the longer time went on. It went from, like, initial regret to, like, oh, maybe that wasn't too bad to, like, oh, yeah, now I'm kind of glad I did that.
If you stepped outside and you heard a booming voice that made all the windows on all the buildings shake, and it said, "Chris O'Neill, give me all your money,"
I'd be really frightened.
and you would say,
I'd be terrified.
you would say it's Satan.
I would assume some fucking Illuminati shit's happening.
Well, everybody around you looks up.
Nobody knows who I am.
No, but they're all like, "What the fuck was that?"
What if everyone on the street turned and looked at me at the same time?
What if
That happened
everybody?
to-
What if you could pick up everybody on the street like this?
That happened to me on a small scale once. I was walking by. I was
Stole a guy.
I was walking by a Yoshinoya's, and I was thinking to myself, like, who the fuck eats a Yoshinoya's? Like, it's because I remember trying it when I was younger and I didn't like it, and I don't know why anybody else would, because it's probably not very good. Maybe it is. Oh, he's dead.
Killed a man.
But my point is, I was staring into it and thinking, who could possibly want to eat there?
Yeah.
And
I'd
then
like to eat.
there was like 5 or 6 people sitting in there, and they all looked at me, and I got freaked out.
They all said it in unison. Us, Julian, we eat here.
All right, real quick, I'm gonna out myself and share a psychopath story. Long ago at AX, or no, not AX, fucking
ago
not recently. Okay, long ago at Too Many Games.
Okay.
When I was a young boy, just going with my friends for fun. I was there, and they had this weird burlesque show, like after hours at the thing. For children? Well, no, just for the adults. But it was not sexy, and I was going to leave. But as I was walking back, the auditorium wasn't that full. The burlesque show wasn't popular, and there was a guy sitting in the back, and they didn't have all the lights on. So in the back, it's like really dark. There was a man who was a nice, healthy weight sitting there cosplaying as Link, and his tights were like pressing around his thighs, very strong.
No.
And he's sitting down, slumped down like Goku does when he's dead and upset. Yeah. And I took out my phone because I thought he was really funny looking. And I held up to take a picture. I thought he wouldn't notice. And this is really bad. This taught me a moral lesson. This was God doing this. I didn't realize my flash was on. So I snapped the photo and it flashed, and he looked up at me, and we locked eyes. I just put my phone in my pocket and walked away. And
You're
I
a
felt
bad
really
man.
Did you catch his boner on tape?
No, I didn't.
Wait, did he have an erection?
No, he just...
Oh, I thought that's where you're going, because you were saying it was like beautiful women and he had tight pants. I thought you were going to say you got his boner on tape.
No, he just had main character vibes, so I wanted to catch him on film.
But also, do you think he had a boner but he was trying to hide it because he was leaning forward like that?
I think this guy was just depressed.
No, you think he was just miserable?
He had a depression boner.
Yeah, that's the best kind.
He just it's that funniness where it's a guy dressed as a character who couldn't look further from being the character.
Yeah,
and I just wanted to show my
that's
friends.
That's when he fails. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. 20 years in the future.
I'm just fucking done.
When I was younger, I went to Nick's Studios. You know the way you can walk into Nick's Studios?
Yeah.
And you have to take your shoes off?
No.
Dan Snyder's in the building?
No.
No.
I did actually have to, but anyway, so, no, but it was like one of the Universal Florida things. And I don't know why, they make it seem like, okay kids, come in here and start like throwing like slime and shit around. And then they brought us into a room. And then I thought I was gonna be on TV, but it turns out it was all fake. I don't understand what the point was.
Mean? They fooled a bunch of children to think they were gonna be televised?
I mean, I just assumed I was because it was Nickelodeon. So I was young and stupid, but it felt like a TV show. It didn't feel like a ride or anything, or
What did they have you do?
like throw balls into a pot, and they made us like fuck each other and stuff.
Sucking fuck.
No.
Okay, that last part wasn't exact. They did not do that. I don't know if we ever told that story on here.
Shoot.
No, you should tell it. It's funny. When I first met Jeff,
That story rocks.
I met him at Newgrounds and we were getting on really good. And then he walked away from his desk for like 1 minute, and I went on his computer and I left myself a review as Jeff saying this cartoon kicks ass. And he got really fucking mad. Then he went on my account and he fucking hacked me. He didn't hack me. He went on my account.
You left. You went home, and you left yourself logged in on one of the computers. So I said, all right. I rubbed my hands together, and I'm like, time for some payback. And I wrote a huge confessional that Chris O'Neill, was coming out of the closet. And then Chris didn't. I guess I did that while Chris was in the air on the plane, so he couldn't do shit about it.
When I was like 12 years old, I went to a swimming club like every morning, or not every morning, every few mornings I'd have to go to a swimming club at like a really early hour. And one time I had a pain in my tum-tum. And
You just walk through that.
And I got into my swimming gear and walked into the bathroom to take a pee before I got in the pool. But the second I tried peeing, I shit myself.
Oh no.
And then I had to walk past a bunch of like dudes while I was like trying to hide my shit in my little Speedo. No, I was walking like Luigi was. Just walking past like a changing room of like mean assholes.
Were they laughing at you?
They didn't see. One guy was like, "Why are you walking like that?" I just walked by him.
What did they say to
Imagine
a kid?
being in a locker room, like inspecting the way that children walk. To just be like,
I was gonna say that guy's in the wrong there, man.
yeah. Even if he noticed, it'd be like, what? Why do you have your ear to the ground for this kind of shit? You fucking psycho.
Hobart, have we told the tale of the Best Buy experience we had? Where we lied to that man, that manipulator?
I don't know if we did. So yeah, there was this one time that Zach and I, we went into a Best Buy. We happened to be just grabbing something nearby, and Best Buy was next door. And I was like, "You want to just jump in there and just take a look for the hell of it?" I haven't been in Best Buy in a while. So we're in the camera section, and all I'm thinking to myself is like, man, with like cell phones and stuff, who really like needs these like kind of like non-professional level point and shoots anymore? And we were looking at this one in particular that had this like gigantic fixed lens on it. And I'm just like, who the hell would ever need this? And then like as I'm saying that, this salesman walks over and he's like, can I help you guys with anything? And I'm about to just go like, no, I'm good. When Zach just like cuts me off and he's like, oh yeah, we're about to go on our